This podcast is called Low Frequency, because that's where we at. We below industry, below media, below politics. We're gonna talk about all of it. Here with me today, got my boy, my friend, my buddy, my boy Clay.
What's up?
Talk to me, Clay.
Yo, what's up?
How you
What's up, low frequency world? What's up, C? It's good to be here. I'm finally out of my house. I feel amazing about that. It's been forever, and I just took the train, which was incredible. It felt really good. I feel like I'm back in society. To tell you the truth, I'm really hyped right now. This is amazing.
Yeah. I was taking a train probably like a week ago, something like that, and there was certain people that didn't wear masks, and it's like it seemed like they didn't like. I remember when this whole thing first came out, and it seemed like it was really scary, and everybody was on their toes and stuff.
Yeah.
And then as you know, the time went on, and then it seemed like the whole pandemic sort of died down, because it was a time where everybody was wearing masks, and now it's a time where certain people will wear masks, and now certain people won't wear masks, and
It's weird, yeah. I mean, everybody's coming at it from their own perspective, and everyone has a different, just a different set of rules for themselves. No one is approaching COVID in the exact same way. I remember that from the beginning. Even just running into people on the street and being unsure. Should we high five or hug or nothing, or what's normal.
yeah, man, that was. But I'm happy it's looking like things are starting to get better, because
They are, yeah. It's getting back to normal, inevitably, whether we should be or not. People are just starting to behave like normal. I'm here, and I've been hanging out at different people's houses a little bit and stuff more and more. What about? Did you feel like you were super isolated and strict with it, or were you more everyone?
When everybody was talking about the whole quarantine thing, and you had to stay away from people for 14 days and shit.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, because it seemed like everybody was fucking secluded, so during that time I really felt it. It was fucking times I felt like I fucking had it. It was so much.
I felt that way too.
Yeah, because it was more likely, because the more that I started watching other people when they do their videos from at home and shit, I started feeling the same things. It was a panic attack, because the fucking symptoms were so fucking it was general.
It's a description of any sickness,
Yeah.
plus a few very random, very specific symptoms that are no other diseases.
And it's come on, bro. That should have scared anybody, bro. That should have scared anybody, especially if you're around people. I was telling my boy about that the other day. It seemed like this shit hit celebrities really hard. Say if you on your day to day, on a day to day, if you don't really if you already have a closed net of people that you hang with, and probably it's 5-10 people at best, and supposed to someone that's around 100, 200 people on a daily, they meet people all the time, that type of shit.
I think that sometimes I think celebrities hang out a lot with each other, and they think that the rules don't apply to them. So I feel like there was probably a little bit of oh yeah, that's happening to normal people, but not to us. You know what I mean?
Yo, right?
So they just probably kept hanging
we're
out.
above that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's oh man, that's terrible for them.
Well, that's the way nature works. Nature's nah. Low frequency world. What's up? It's exciting to be here.
Okay, yeah. So I wanted to talk to you about writer's block.
Oh yeah.
Because in a time like this, bro, because it's.
I'm trying to decide if I should act like a rapper right now. I'd be oh, what's writer's block?
Because it's in a time like this, bro. I remember I was talking to you about this not too long ago, and in a time like this, bro, it could be really hard to create, because it seems like everything is at a standstill, and it's is it because with the type of lane that we're in a always ever changing lane where it's everything is fast paced, everything is always going, and when everything is on a standstill, a halt, it's like it's hard for you. It could be hard for some people. So like,
well, it gets hard because if you get inactive and you stop moving your body, you stop talking to people, you stop doing your job maybe, you know, a lot of people stop working, then it becomes hard to move in any direction. So that makes it so like
how do you
it can make creativity harder in that situation.
Yeah, like
You know?
how would you pull inspiration?
Well, by doing the opposite, by like paying attention to that. So there's plenty of inspiration in your life, in anyone's life, and you know, COVID shelter in place was just an opportunity to like really dig into all the shit I've already been through instead of having to go through new shit. You know what I mean? And
I'm sure a lot of people feel like that.
yeah. So what that meant was not only being able to think back on my own life, but also go back on like old albums that I missed. Like I never really watched the whole Beyonce video, that album Beyonce.
Yeah, the whole
I just
shit.
never watched it all the way through. You know what I mean?
How did you like it?
It was pretty good. I think Lemonade's better.
Yeah,
I love Lemonade.
it was more personal, I think.
Lemonade is, and it's better musically. I think she
Yeah.
was doing a thing. Anyways, my point is, watch that. Watch Runaway. Watch the
Right away.
watch the Weeknd video. There's like I watched like 3 songs, all of the same story. He's like a zombie, or he's not a zombie, but he gets like beat up. It's kind of like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas at times.
Oh, the thing for his recent album that he just put out.
Yeah, his recent shit. Watch those.
He got
like,
the red blazer.
Mhm.
Yeah, good.
watch
good.
those. Like watch everything I just told you. I watched in one night with my girlfriend, just like catching up.
Straight through.
Yeah,
Like a
straight
binge.
through. Yeah, we just watched like music videos. She was like, "I'll show you this, I'll show you that." But the theme was all the long videos that people would put out, which you never like have the time to sit through the whole thing. You know what I mean? So that's how it ended up becoming even more inspirational for me. Was like being able to go deep on artists I already knew and like really think about how they made that music and really like parse it out. You know.
Artists like that, you could tell where they were in that time of their life.
Yeah.
Like when you listen to it, it kind of pulls you in a sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Because I remember I was feeling writer's block. Probably not too long ago. I was feeling writer's block. But then, I started watching. Yeah, you're right, because I got caught into the whole Wu-Tang series. I'm not sure if you know about it, but it's on Hulu and shit. And I started watching.
TV show?
Yeah. And it tells like the whole Wu-Tang.
I haven't watched that. I haven't watched the Ice Cube movie. What was that group's name?
The NWA?
Yeah, the NWA movie. Yeah.
Straight Out of
With his
Compton.
kid.
I think.
Yeah, Straight Out of Compton.
Yeah. That one was actually, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. But this Wu-Tang series, docu-series kind of shit, is actually really good, because the actual members...
So docu-series, like they're just telling the story of how they came together and shit?
But it has actors in it. So it's...
Like acting it out.
Yeah. So, like... But the guys like RZA, Ghostface, and Raekwon and Method Man, they all like producers of the show, and they written for the show and shit. So
That's
like,
crazy. Can you imagine that? Just being able to go back and be like, all right, let's tell this story.
exactly,
Like, get back together, talk about it. Like, all right,
bro.
let's
Not
tell
to
this
give out too much, but the first scene of the show is fucking Raekwon shooting up Ghostface crib.
Really?
And to think about how far they came, as like they're close now. You see them in videos and shit, and they're always together. So, yeah, man. To like see like how that show was played out and like the story and shit like that. So yeah, like I agree with you totally.
So yeah, that's how I broke the writer's block. Like the first few weeks, I was in panic mode, like just trying to wrap my head around the fact that the world was changing.
Everything
And
that's
this was some
going
new
on.
shit. And then, you know, once I got my, cause I couldn't be in my apartment, so once I got my music shipped from my apartment to where I was,
Okay.
that was good. No more writer's block. Because it was so much time, and I just was like, also, you know, I lost a lot of work. I lost a lot of work, right? So I was still working a little bit, but I lost a lot of
Same
work.
here, bro.
And
You do what you can.
you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, look, I don't have money. I don't have a job for at least like 2 weeks. And not that I don't have a job, but I'm gonna have to like get a lot more clients to make actual money. I was like, I'll just make music. Like, I'll just forget about it. I'll forget about everything. I'll like give up on all that shit for 1 second.
Because that's
and just like make music for 2 days.
that's
just,
the
like,
one
make
thing
music
that's
for 2
still
days.
here.
Yeah. Exactly, and so
it's
just
constant, you know.
right. And I had no excuses either. Like, why the fuck wouldn't I? So let's go. So I made a lot, dude. I made like a lot of songs.
Speaking of all of the song making, when you make all of these songs, you gotta go and perform them shits. And like,
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
how would you feel about how do you have you ever felt stage fright? Like, think back to like when you first got on the stage, and it was the first rush of like, I'm about to perform a song.
I
And
think I was really young.
how old were you when you first started performing?
Piano at like 6.
Piano.
7. Yeah.
Is it the same thing? Like,
What do you mean?
like, do you feel the stage fright? Like, as like playing an instrument is the same as like when you're
Playing an instrument is worse
yeah,
than like vocals.
yeah,
Yeah, vocals is way more chill.
really?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's way easier.
I would have thought it was.
No,
Like,
no,
yeah.
Yo, the instruments, you have to pay attention. You have to know what the fuck you're doing. You make a mistake, it sounds bad. But if you're just up there, like, you know, talking, singing, you know, it's
Yeah,
much
so
easier.
yeah, the vocals, yeah. I guess I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because the instruments is like, it's very quick. Like, if you're in the middle of something and then you fuck up, like that's what everybody's gonna remember, you know?
Yeah, I remember doing that once as a kid. As a kid, I was like probably 8 or 9.
Oh,
halfway
man.
through, lost it, had no idea where in the song I was.
Oh,
Started
man.
over from the beginning.
It was a piano song.
Yeah, piano song.
Oh, man.
I don't know, Mozart?
I mean, come on, you're 8 years old.
I know, dog. I can't believe I was in that situation. I was like, okay, I can do this.
Like, right? Did the crowd try to like cheer you on? Cause I
Man,
mean,
they were nice. It was quiet. It was quiet as fuck. It was a lot of parents like, oh shit. Got really quiet.
like, I'm like, here you go. Then, oh, this kid is confident. That had to come around a few times. Yeah. Stage fright could be a bitch, man. It could. And there's people that go well into their like late years before they like can really get over it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, what do you think it really comes from?
I think it's like it comes from a gratification thing. It has to, right? Like, you want people, like, when you really care. I think stage fright, like, people that suffer from it like intensely, those are people that really like care about what they're doing very deeply.
That's one type of person who gets stage fright. There are other people who get stage fright because they shouldn't be on stage.
That's true. I've seen that happen a
No
few
shade.
times.
No
Yeah,
shade.
yeah. I've seen that happen a few times, bro. I've seen that happen a few times. And it's hard to tell people, like,
I think
I've always
I
had-
think people know that for themselves when they have that experience.
oh yeah, well, have you, I'm pretty sure you've seen Apollo, when like someone would go on Apollo and then people
Just
start
get booed
booing.
the fuck off. Yeah. Yeah, give me a
Like-
chance.
Like, right, like how does that feel? Like, how do you take that type of emotion and then go and
Yeah,
perform again?
I would not be down. I do not want to experience that. I don't want to have to come back from that.
Like, right? Like, and then like, oh, I got a show tomorrow. Keep pushing. It's like,
Just like it hasn't come out on TV yet. But,
like, at some point you gotta root for that type of guy. Like, he just keeps pushing, man.
sometimes people surprise you. Actually, people surprise me all the time. For me, I should say, people surprise me all the time.
Yeah, because
You know,
it's
people
like,
who I'm like, who I'll write someone off like they're not good or whatever, and I'll be so surprised. It happens so much.
especially in the music world, probably
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
more than ever. Because there's so
for
many
some reason,
sounds.
when you're in music and you're not good, it's just like it's like hard to believe that you're gonna get good, but people do it. You know? Does that make sense?
It takes
and then when
time.
they do, it's like holy shit, that sounds really good.
It's a rapper, G Herbo, right?
Yeah,
When
you
I
know,
first-
I just heard like my first G Herbo song.
When I first heard of
Just
him,
like in quarantine.
did you like it?
Yes.
When I first heard of G Herbo, right? This was years back, and
I like how the comments are like, he's off. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, and then
Because-
someone else is like, you're just used to melodic shit.
yeah, because when I first heard his shit, it was so unorthodox, and it was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
He's ahead of it.
yeah.
Shit's great.
But now, bro, when he's dropping songs now, it's so more advanced. Like, his sound is so much developed now.
Oh, so that's an example. Right?
Yeah.
So when you write off, yeah.
Because I guess he took the time or whatever.
Something
and
happens. I don't know what it is, but something happens.
But some people, they could be going at it for years and trying different sounds, trying different fucking melodies, different everything, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, well, I feel like that sometimes.
About your music?
Yeah, sometimes. You know?
Like you trying different things?
Yeah, and it's like, damn, this still sucks. You know?
You think you're chasing like, cause I feel like that. I feel like that too. And I feel like a lot of like I've talked to a lot of artists that feel like that too. You think we're all chasing a sound? Like, we
Yeah, I
want
think
our
we're
shit to
yeah,
sound a
yeah.
certain way.
I
And
think
it's
we're
like,
chasing our own sound. You know, we're
and
trying to find our sound.
how do you think? Do you think do you think success breaks that barrier? Like hypothetically, you put out a song, right, and you have that feeling, oh, like, oh, this shit is shit, or it could be better, and then all of a sudden, everybody loves it. Everybody loves this song. Does that feeling
I
go
don't
away?
Think, you know, does that really happen though? Does that really happen? You know what I mean? Like the song that really hits big, when you wrote that shit, you're probably like, yeah, this is good. Most of the time.
Well, from what I can see, yeah, because everybody, when they have their breakthrough hit, they seem to like it. They seem to really love their song.
it.
Yeah.
I guess it does happen. People get surprised. People get surprised by their own shit.
I've seen it happen like down the line
Yeah.
a lot of times. Like, oh, I didn't know people would like this song, and then like people love this song. Like I've seen that happen a lot of times. But I don't know how it feels for the breakout. Like, oh, this is the first song. Oh, I didn't like it, but then people love it. Does that make you start to love the song now, or is it like you still feel like you're still chasing something? Like, oh, you guys love it, but I'm telling you, like,
Well, I think creatively it doesn't make a difference, and logistically it's very helpful.
Okay, right?
You know, like because you can make money from a track like that, and you can make more songs. So even if it's not that good, it's like, all right, well,
You gotta
at least people
appreciate
like it. Yeah, you gotta appreciate it. Whatever the fuck happened there, like thank you, helpful. But creatively, like you don't have to do that thing again. You don't have to think about it too much, like
And
what
then
it was
people-
that you did.
Bro, because that's crazy you bring that up, because you can get caught in this void where people only want that from you. Like, you could put out a song, all right, this
yeah,
song
that's
was
a
this
problem
way.
I'd like to have.
Like, you put out a song, people like it, they love it, and you put out another song, and they're like, wait a minute, this isn't anywhere near the last song you put out. Go back to that other shit. We like that other shit. It's like, no, man, like that other shit was that other shit, but like I want to move on. I want to do something different. It's like you can you like it. You can, because it has happened. Like people have lost fans in that sense. But would you think that's wrong? Like, do you think that's wrong from the artist?
I kind of think it's inevitable. Like people eventually do what they're gonna do, and most people go through different phases and sounds.
So you think the fans should just get with it, or they?
Yeah, I
they're
think
okay.
the fans. It depends on the artist. Like sometimes the change makes them more famous, sometimes it makes them less, or like successful. Or people like their shit less. You know, because it's not what it was. But you know, if they're whatever that artist is going through is what kind of music they're gonna end up with. Inevitably, you know, you can't really fake it.
I've had a couple of artists that I've been following, and they changed their sound completely, and I liked it, but the majority of people didn't, and it's been vice versa, where they changed their sound and I didn't like it, and the majority did. And I guess in that sense, like, it's a tough situation to be in, because you want to please your core fans, you know, the people that helped you get to wherever you are financially. But in that sense, you don't want to be put in a box. You don't want to feel like, all right, I have to do this. I have to do this.
Yeah.
Because it's like, didn't you guys like me for putting out what I put out? Like, I took a chance. Don't you guys still want me to take a chance?
If you like my old songs, you should buy my old music.
Yo, didn't Jay-Z say something like that?
Yeah. I think I said it wrong. I think it's if you like something like that.
But that's the same message, right?
Same message.
That shit applies, man.
Because the music that you put out ultimately exists all at once. In the moment, it's like you did this first, and then the next style, and then the next style. But at the end of your life, it all exists as one collection. Doesn't matter when the time to happen, which changes the way that they're ranked.
That makes a lot of sense.
Not sure that it does.
So with everything going on right now, there's a lot of people dropping songs and like music regarding what's going on. I wanted to know what your take was on it, because like I call it protest music. Like people making music specifically regarding something that's happening politically. Or
Yeah, it's a hard urge to resist. It's a hard urge to resist.
I wanted to talk to you about it because I've been seeing so many artists dropping so many freestyles and so many songs,
and
it's
hard
like
urge to resist. If you start writing music right now, that's kind of all you can think of. You know, like what the fuck else are you gonna write a song about?
You're not gonna write a
That is
song.
what's going on. Like it's what we're talking about. It's what's happening.
So like you think positive towards it? Like when you see everybody doing
Whatever,
it?
man. Whatever. I think it's fine. I made the song, a protest song, because I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Never released it or shared it. It exists, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do about that. But I couldn't like fight the urge. You know?
Yeah, because I know what you mean, bro. Because it's like you feel like you have a voice, and it's like, and at certain times, right?
Everyone has their fucking angle. Everyone has their take. Everyone has their thing that they think is like the way to go forward.
Because I was just thinking, like,
when
I've been watching the different people make the songs and shit, it's like everyone seems to be talking about something that's very important, but it's like they jump around certain topics that they feel is only right for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we might be still too close to it to be able to speak to, like, the current events are really complex. There's a lot of angles, and it might be too soon to speak about it.
I don't know if you heard Little Baby. He had put out one.
I didn't really listen to that. I saw the cover.
Little Baby's one is probably the most impressive one that I've heard so far, because he talks more of like, you gotta look at everybody, like, cause like that was another angle I wanted to bring up. Like when people make protest music, they often more than not say who's to blame. Like that's what the angle is in the song. Like, we have to stop this. We have to stop this, right?
Right.
And his angle, Lil Baby, his angle in the song, and his song was more of, we're all to blame. Like we all have a hand in it. Like not every cop is bad. Not
that's true.
Not every boy is a gangster. You know, like.
Right.
But he had a very good point in it, and it was like, wow, I don't normally see.
How'd it go?
Yeah, it went well. Like, yeah, it's a lot of people that fucking like it. Like, that's what made me fucking go and look at the song, because I was all over Instagram, and so many people was like commending him and saying, "Oh my God, Baby finally came out with some song, and this is amazing. This is what we need right now and shit." So I'm like, what the hell? Like, what the fuck? Like, like Baby is cool and shit. But like it was like when you watch it, it did kind of come out of character, but like he still said a lot of things that was important and a lot of things.
You want to listen to it?
Oh, we can't, we can't because of the copyright. But yeah, I know.
All right, we'll just edit it in later.
Sorry about the technical difficulties. It's crazy. It's a great episode. Appreciate Clay for coming out. Just want to say thank you again for tuning in. Subscribe. Tune in for episode 4 coming soon. Thanks. Much love. Out this bitch.